If Crawford is going to guarantee victory, he got to stop him.
A man who ain't been stopped.
He got to stop him, bro.
It's challenge.
So that's going to be the challenge. Can he hurt him, and can he prevent from getting knocked out?
Everyone is sharing thoughts on the highly anticipated Canelo versus Crawford clash. From top analysts and elite boxing legends to passionate local fans, opinions are pouring in from all corners of the boxing world. The matchup has sparked intense debates, predictions, and excitement, making it one of the most talked about fights in recent memory.
But it's the two best fighters on the planet. Mixing it up, it's like it's one of those dream fights. It's a proper trades fight, you know, that anyone who's interested in boxing and want to see two living legends going at it. Yeah, I can't believe it.
As the main headline of today, Antonio Tarver, the former light heavyweight champion, has shared a stern warning for Crawford ahead of his mega fight against Canelo. He stated that Crawford cannot win against Canelo on points. Tarver argues that he must aim for a knockout if he hopes to win and solidify his status as one of the sport's top fighters. The greatest chance for Crawford to win is to knock Canelo out. In any other case, he thinks it will be very hard for Bud to defeat such a strong opponent.
Can Crawford win a close decision? I don't think so. I don't know. Canelo is Canelo. You feel me? So now that could be a situation or issue. If Crawford win 8-4, they say it's a draw, or they give it to Canelo, you know? So in the back of my mind,
he further revealed his reason for urging Crawford to go for a knockout attempt. Tarver explained that when you look at Canelo's abilities and career, you realize no fighter has yet been able to seriously hurt him in the ring. Canelo always stands tall against anyone he faces, and once he finds his rhythm after 2 or 3 rounds, it becomes extremely difficult for opponents to catch him. Therefore, if Crawford is planning to rely on a points victory, Tarver believes he might be heading down the wrong track.
You would be crazy to think Canelo can't win this fight with his power, strength. And this man ain't never been hurt, really never been in trouble before. But that one time,
shout out to Cotto, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that one time, the Cotto,
the younger brother, the other brother. Yeah,
that's the only time we seen Canelo shook up. So he learned how to either take a punch or not get hit with that punch. Smart.
While delving further into his warning, Tarver also said Canelo possesses extraordinary power and unique abilities in the ring. He emphasized that he is never counted out during a bout because he only needs one shot to come back into the fight. With a single powerful punch, he can completely change the scenario of the match in an instant. Tarver underlined it won't help Crawford to fight Canelo all the way through because of this. Mexican star has the ability to change the course of events at any time by throwing that game-changing blow.
When his fight style gonna have to be locked, and Canelo only need one punch. You know what I mean? That really, basically, that's what it boils down to. I think Canelo only need one shot to change the game or change the fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy. Can Crawford win a close decision? I could never win a close decision.
On the other hand, Tarver also hailed Crawford as one of the most gifted boxers in the sport. He asserted that he can defeat any type of opponent. He is a dangerous fighter because, in his opinion, he mixes unwavering hard work with natural talent. He has outstanding motion and speed, a strong mentality, and solid defense. But Tarver stated that he still needs to work hard in training. Hurting Canelo will be his biggest challenge on fight night, but if he succeeds, he will most likely emerge as the winner.
But one of the most gifted fighters out there, bro, and he got it the hard way. You feel me? The hard way, through work, commitment, and dedication, and being a leader. He's really led a lot of these young champions. You feel me? So Crawford has stood out from the beginning, bro. Different. You know, the way he approached the game, and I love the way he processed the game when he get in there. Now, can he hurt Canelo? That's gonna be the key.
Furthermore, Abel Sanchez predicted Canelo to win this fight, though he acknowledged that both fighters are highly skilled and either has the potential to claim victory. On September 13th, Canelo will probably be too strong for Crawford, he said, citing his size advantage and indisputable strength. Sanchez described the matchup as an amazing one for boxing fans, noting that fights of this magnitude don't happen often and promise an absolutely fiery show. In his opinion, Canelo will ultimately raise his hand as the winner on that highly anticipated night.
Terence is going to be getting hit by a truck. That's a big, strong guy that anywhere he hits you, he's gonna damage you, and not only zap you in strength, but damage your physique. I think it's a difficult fight. I hope it's a good fight. The public, I think, is looking towards a great fight. I hope it's a good fight for the public, but I see Canelo winning.
In addition, Sanchez also echoed Tarver's words, stating that if Crawford wants to win this fight, he must be more effective than Canelo inside the ring. He clarified that merely shifting positions would not be effective against a strong attacker. Instead, he must arrive on fight night with a well-thought-out strategy and concentrate on damaging Canelo. Sanchez underscored how important such tactics are because he has a lot of experience playing against various types. If Crawford could not hurt him, Sanchez warned, securing victory may prove nearly impossible.
In order to beat Canelo, you're gonna have to be willing to take a shot and to press him and make sure that you keep him busy and keep him backing up. If you can't muscle him, if you can't be more effective than he is with his punches, and you push him back, then you're not gonna beat him. You leave him on the outside, he's gonna pick you apart. He's gonna pound your arms. He's so damn strong, just like Gennady was. Guys like Bivol that were able to press him and be stronger than him and just keep activity on him. Those are the kind of guys that are going to beat him.
Moreover, Amir Khan, in his latest reflections, also praised both fighters for their amazing abilities, but predicted Crawford to prevail in this battle. He mentioned that Canelo is known for his power and fire inside the ring, though it may not be as intense now as it once was. On the other hand, Khan pointed out that Crawford is still young and carries a lot of fire and hunger to prove himself. Crawford sees the fight as an opportunity to distinguish himself among boxing's elite, while Canelo has already solidified his legacy and would further solidify his incredible career if he won.
Canelo has some sort of speed, yes. Is very strong, powerful, has great footwork, great timing, great feints, moves well. Whereas Crawford has the same, but I just feel like Crawford's ring-eye coordination is better, and he has more fire in the body left. He wants it more, in my opinion. Whereas Canelo, in that last fight against the Cuban guy he fought, he just seems to me that that fire has just gone. Like, he was just getting the win and moving around and enjoying himself, which he can do, because at the end of the day, the guy, he's already cemented his legacy, so he can do that. So, yeah, I got Crawford winning that fight.
Another important figure, David Haye, while reacting to this huge contest, admitted that he has changed his opinion on the fight. He added that, like many others, he first liked Canelo and entirely wrote Crawford off until they were next to each other. Haye initially thought Canelo was much larger than his opponent, but he soon discovered during the face-off that they are almost the same height. He also acknowledged Crawford's special talent, concluding that this gives him a genuine chance of winning the fight and potentially pulling off a major win.
Until I saw them standing next to each other and they looked the same size. I couldn't quite figure it out. I was like, okay, if they're the same size, then it's literally pound for pound. Who's pound for pound better? And that's it. They're both pound for pound fighters. A lot of people have got them 1 and 2. And I favoured Canelo starting off, but over time, I'm starting to think once again Crawford is one of those guys where he reminds me of kind of Andre Ward a little bit, their mindset, and he wouldn't put himself in a position if he didn't know for sure he had enough firepower to deal with someone of Canelo's stature.
Moving forward, Jeff Mayweather, in his analysis, highlighted the importance of Crawford's weight jump. He highlighted that there is a purpose for weight classes and that it is much more difficult to take on Canelo in his comfortable division. According to Mayweather, this issue is increased by the fact that the Mexican has already established himself as the dominant force in his weight class. However, he clarified that this doesn't mean he has no chance. In fact, Mayweather stated that if there is anyone capable of beating Canelo, it is indeed Crawford, given his skills and adaptability.
2 weight classes is a lot.
It's a big factor.
You know, that's a real big factor. And I mean, this is a weight class that Canelo is already, you know, owned. He owns his weight class. And so, I mean, and he even went up higher. So, I mean, he's already proven what he can do and what he can take at those other weight classes. So, I mean, I don't know, but if anyone can do it, it probably would be Terence Crawford. I mean, this guy seems like he's amazing. I mean, he's, I'm a big fan of Terence Crawford.
In addition, Jeff also underlined how important the first few rounds of this fight will be. He clarified that during the first few moments, spectators will be able to observe the probable outcome of the fight. Canelo will most likely try to exert pressure from the beginning, while Crawford will try to carry out his strategy in order to take control. Jeff focused on the fact that the boxer who is better at handling these opening rounds will probably have the advantage and win this fight.
Canelo is gonna put pressure on Crawford, and we're gonna find out if Crawford is able to take what Canelo dishes out, and if he can handle that, I mean, he has a chance of winning. But if he can't handle it early, and Canelo start working the body and things like that, I mean, because Canelo he usually break fighters down, and that's what he's known for.
Furthermore, Dave Coldwell, the renowned British boxing trainer, recently also predicted Crawford to win, emphasizing that he knows how to handle fights from different situations and has the ability to rise even after being badly hurt. Coldwell believes these qualities will heavily favor Crawford on fight night. He added that if he can plan effectively for September 13th, the chances of him securing victory are extremely high, making him the likely winner of this blockbuster showdown.
Management. Great fighters always know how to manage moments of crisis. You look through history, you look at them all, the great fighters, there are fights in there where they had moments where they were under pressure, moments where they were hurt, moments where they had to pick themselves up off the floor, and they come through. And I think Crawford's one of those guys. And I think I do. I've said it from the start, and although it's one of those fights where you just don't know, even though I keep wanting to sway a little bit, I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to say I still think Crawford wins the fight.
Coldwell also described Crawford's strategic mindset, highlighting why he sees him as a special fighter. Similar to Tarver's views, Coldwell admitted that the chances of him getting hit with a heavy shot from Canelo during the bout are high. However, he explained that if Crawford does get caught once, he will quickly plan in his mind how to escape the next attack. Coldwell emphasized that he manages pressure moments exceptionally well, does not crumble easily, and keeps moving strategically in the ring to frustrate his opponents and maintain control.
That means that Canelo could land on him. I just think that Canelo will land a bomb and Crawford knows enough to tie up, to get off at an angle, to get that distance, get the legs. I think he knows enough to shut down the next attack or give himself time for his head to clear. I'm not saying he's not going to get buzzed in the fight, but I think he can manage those moments to pick his way, to punch pick his way to a points win. I think he'll just be one step ahead all the way through.
Besides, Lerone Richards, in his most recent interview, also shared his thoughts on this battle. He remarked that it is a great fight for boxing and expressed hope that fans will witness an exciting and amazing contest where both fighters will counter each other's skills and look to dominate in the ring. Richards also addressed Crawford's weight jump, stating it will not matter much on fight night. He pointed out that boxing history has shown smaller fighters beating bigger opponents, so Crawford should not worry too much about this aspect.
Fight you just mentioned, Crawford Canelo, what a great fight that is. And Crawford's one of my favorite fighters, one of my favorite boxers, so it's gonna be a very intriguing fight, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
Is it too big of a jump?
Look, you look at likes of Usyk, people will say size is a big factor, and Usyk's not the biggest heavyweight. He's beat Fury, he's beat Dubois, he's beat Joshua, he's beat some big guys, and end of the day, it's about skills, and skills pay the bills.
Going ahead, let's also talk about how both the fighters are getting ready for this contest. Canelo Alvarez's preparations for his mega fight are intense and highly focused. Canelo, who is renowned for his methodical style, is honing his timing, power, and ring control to make sure he can control the tempo of the bout. The focus of his camp has been on being in top physical shape while perfecting his counterpunching and defensive abilities, which are essential for dealing with a diverse opponent like Crawford. Moreover, Canelo's mental preparation for this younger, faster, and more experienced opponent calls for him to remain composed under duress and adjust to any changes in tactics during the fight. Additionally, he is also concentrating on maintaining his energy throughout the entire 12 rounds, while always threatening to knock Crawford out to deter him from taking chances. Overall, every bout is viewed as a career-defining event by the Mexican superstar, and this one is no exception. Strong, nimble, and prepared to demonstrate why he is still one of boxing's greatest champions, Canelo is determined to go into the ring in top shape because the stakes are high and his legacy is at stake. On the other hand, let's also view Crawford's preparation. Given the significance of the match and its implications for his career, he is also totally focused on getting ready for his upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez. He understands how difficult it will be to defeat a fighter with Canelo's level of experience, skill, and strength. Crawford is renowned for his composed manner and unwavering determination, which are all contributing to his ability to remain focused and ready for the big night.
If I would play that song, he would keep me on.
Be at the same weight or make the same weight as a fighter, then I should be able to beat him because I'm #1 in the world.
Furthermore, this match has been talked about for months, and Crawford understands that expectations are high. Instead of underestimating his opponent, he is going into this fight with confidence and making sure he is both physically and mentally ready for everything that could occur inside the ring. His camp days are devoted to developing the proper rhythm, balance, and concentration so that he can provide his best effort.
You know, I never think about, myself just being undefeated. I always, look at it like it's 0-0, going first round, because, I could be the favorite, but in my mind, I'm the underdog. So just like to this fight, I'm the underdog. So, I'm going in there, as if I'm the underdog to go out there and prove a point.
Crawford is also aware that strategy, timing, and decision-making are more important in this battle than sheer physical prowess. He is getting ready to handle whatever situation that Canelo presents on fight night with poise and quickness. His commitment embodies the mentality of a fighter who understands that self-belief, discipline, and mental clarity are necessary for success at this level. In short, the boxing community is buzzing with excitement as the mega fight between Canelo and Crawford approaches. Antonio Tarver's recent warning has ignited intense debate, with some agreeing that a knockout is Crawford's best chance, while others believe he can win on points. Experts and fans are sharing strong opinions, backing their favorite fighters with confidence. Canelo's supporters trust his size, power, and experience, while Crawford's fans highlight his speed, skill, and determination. With tensions rising, this clash promises to be one of boxing's most thrilling and closely watched battles. In the end, what do you think about Antonio Tarver's warning to Terence Crawford ahead of his mega fight with Canelo? Do you believe Crawford has a real chance to win on points, or is knocking Canelo out the only possible path to victory? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your take on this highly anticipated clash. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, as your support means a lot to us. Stay tuned for more exciting updates on this blockbuster fight.